Hi, welcome back to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. If this is the very first time you've joined this channel, yay, you found me. Be sure and subscribe and comment down below about what you think when you try to decide which movies to watch. My goal is to give you the inside scoop on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your family as to whether or not you want to watch a particular movie. And that particular movie that I'm reviewing today is called Spencer. So this movie is rated R. It's 1 hour and 57 minutes. I'll give you an overview in a nutshell, and I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, and even some movie recommendations for other films that are sort of similar. All right, so in a nutshell, described as a failure from a true tragedy, this movie attempts to tell the story of Princess Diana. It has already been nominated for several film festival awards in 2021. So the story is about Princess Diana during her Christmas holidays with the royal family at Sandringham Estate in Norfolk, England. Diana Spencer, which was her maiden name, of course, struggles with mental health problems and decides to end her decade-long marriage to Prince Charles. The film was directed by Pablo Larraín and written by Stephen Knight. So there were plenty of things that I really liked about the movie. First of all, Kristen Stewart. She actually trained for 6 months to perfect Princess Diana's accent. According to rumors, she also watched the award-winning TV show The Crown to prepare for her role. I love that series. It is a masterpiece. I just thought it was incredible. And I can't wait for the next season. But anyway, generally people that watch this movie will like The Crown, and I think vice versa. Kristen Stewart's resemblance to Lady Di is a very good one. In an interview with Princess Diana's former bodyguard, Ken Worf stated, out of all the people who have played Diana over the past 10 years, she's the closest to her. She managed to perfect her mannerisms. Princess Diana's former chef, Darren McCready, agreed and also said that her accent was spot on. After the first week of filming, Kristen Stewart herself said, "This is the best thing I've ever done. This is the most alive I've ever felt." So, do we smell an Oscar nomination coming for Kristen? Possibly. She did that good of a job, and people used to kind of make fun of her for being in the Twilight series, but you can really see her growth as an actress. So kudos to her. I love hearing about improvisation in movies, and apparently there's this family game night scene that's entirely improvised. So that's awesome. Impressive production design, costuming, hair, and makeup. So kudos to all of those teams. Fun fact, I actually share the same genealogy line as Diana Spencer. I guess I'm the poor American line as opposed to, the royal rich line in England. There's a persistent gray filter over the entire film's color palette, which beautifully illustrates Diane's gloomy state of mind. And so I thought that that was appropriate and really good. Some people will say, oh, it's just a sad, depressing movie. Well, yeah, but even the color palette itself demonstrates that. There's a lovely musical score by Johnny Greenwood and enjoyable cinematography by Claire Mathan. And sometimes the angles or the shots really reveal interesting insights, I thought. Now, there were some things that I didn't like about the movie. And most of all, it's that some people are going to have a really hard time feeling sorry for a rich and famous and beautiful princess, right? You basically spend almost 2 hours of your life watching Princess Diana feel sorry for herself. For a lot of people, that's going to be a turnoff. For some people, it'll be, oh, she was such a victim, and they're going to think that she was very brave and putting up with all of that. And other people will say, hey, she knew what she was getting into. She had to understand the importance of duty. And in fact, there's a line that I'm going to quote here in just a second. But another thing is that I'm not sure what new information or perspective really were given in this film. So are we any closer to really understanding Lady Di or what she went through? Again, is this anything that we haven't seen done before? So those kind of have been the biggest complaints, other than a lot of people will be kind of bored. And that leads me into tips for parents. Kids are going to be completely bored, and so will some adults. There is some profanity, including F-bombs. There's portrayal of bulimia. You see Diana throwing up several times, and just her difficult experiences with food and her relationship with food in general. Some of the themes that are worth talking about after you watch this movie are loneliness, motherhood, fame, obedience, freedom, societal pressure, and duty versus personal happiness. So that leads me to a couple of interesting lines, and you can find all of these and more written on my website, moviereviewmom.com, but I'll share a couple of them with you right now. Diana, played by Kristen Spencer, of course, says, "They're pulling my wings and my legs off one by one." She really felt like she was losing herself. And you see that in this movie. And then the line that I referred to earlier is spoken by Major Alistair Gregory, played beautifully by Timothy Spall. And he says, talking to Lady Di, he says, "There really is no time for indulgence, ma'am." And I felt like that was sort of my takeaway, is that the movie showed that she was very obsessed with herself, her happiness, her freedom, her wanting to break the rules, be a rebel kind of. And that's not the role that she was taking on in life when she married into the royal family, that she really struggled with her duty and, what was best for the country rather than for her personal life. And I'm sure that's a difficult balance for all of the royals. Anyway, with all of that said and done, I thought the filmmaking was done very well. Just the content might be questionable, just in terms of how you feel about Lady Di and the decisions that she made and that kind of thing. So the ultimate movie review mom's score or grade I'm giving it is a B-. I think it will catch some Oscar attention, but for the general public, I think the audience is somewhat limited and how they react to the content. So let me give you a recommendation for another film you might be interested in, especially if you are a Kristen Stewart fan. I think last year or the year before, she played a movie called Seberg, where she was also doing a biopic or a biopic in her film. And this is a character that is not as well known as Princess Diana. So the movie again is called Seberg. I thought she did a really good job. And I learned about this character whom I had known nothing about prior to watching this movie. So you can check that one out. All right, that's it for my review today. I hope that if you watch this movie that you do enjoy it and that you do glean some insights, not only into Princess Diana's life, but maybe into your own life as well, on how you look at difficulties, challenges, expectations, and duty. And when you get a minute, be sure and follow me on Movie Review Mom over at Instagram and on Facebook. And I'll catch you in the next movie review. Bye for now.